just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
The dynasty is done. The days of Alabama's dominance are over.
Think of all that time. Every sprint in the summer. Every wait in the winter. All those hours no one else saw. Think of every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering. Is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time.
The dynasty is done. The days of Alabama's dominance are over.
I think Alabama is done from ever assuming the heights that they have had since 2007.
Things have not been trending in the right direction for 3 seasons now. It's getting concerning.
Alabama's not done being a very good program, but I don't think they're going to win national championship this year.
And I think the number one thing Alabama has to do is not worry about winning. They have to worry about getting back to playing to a standard. Because I think if they play to a standard with the talent they have, they'll be able to come out on top. There's so much pressure at Alabama to win every game. Yeah. Sometimes that affects the players. They get anxious. They're worried about outcomes instead of focusing on what's in front of them and playing one play at a time. And that's what they need to get back to.
It's a different vibe when they walk in your building. It's a different vibe when coaches walk in my high school and they got that logo on the polo here. That still exists.
It's Alabama, you know what I'm saying? It's standard college football. All the history that Alabama has. Always want to be a part of something like this, and everything they won.
The goal is making the playoff and winning the playoff.
Like right now, it is reasonable to say Saban's gone, Kalen DeBoer's here. Yeah, they missed the playoff last year, but man, there's still something that is extra special about that script day.
What's up, everybody? Christian Ballard, sports journalist here at Ballard Sports Media, checking in. Kind of a long intro, I know, the first 6-7 minutes, whatever. To be honest, I was doing that because I still had to get a little bit of stuff ready for the show tonight. It's been a good Wednesday. It's been busy, but you know, last minute preparations kind of keep me in check. You know, stuff like that. Love and appreciate you guys. Hey, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We're talking tonight. I want to hear from you guys. I want to take your calls. And you can do so via StreamYard. Good to see Robert Sharpton popping up in the chat tonight. Ballard, you want to join my College Football Fantasy League? Absolutely. Drop the link to it, and I'll be happy to join later on tonight. Possibly not tonight, but maybe sometime this week. This is Christian Ballard. I'm probably never going to stop saying at Ballard Sports Media. I think it is Ballard Sports Media always. I just happen to have changed my name on here to sports journalist because that's what I am. That's what I want to work towards. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do. I never want to give up on that dream. So I'm here, and we got some stuff to talk about. I'm going to be honest. I got to come up with one more on this top 10 rivalry list, and then we'll get into that definitely in the show. I want some feedback on this on this list, and screw it. We'll put all right. I got my top 10 rivalries. We'll get to it though. I promise you, we will get to it. But I definitely want some feedback. I want to hear from you guys. We also got the Milwaukee Brewers up at the mound here, and they're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are up to bat. Top of the third inning. No score, nobody on. Just got back from a commercial break to start the third inning. Anyway, gotta love some baseball too, right? Robert says he needs to be a mod if you want me to put it in the chat. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me go to YouTube and do that for you, buddy. I'll mod you up. You're around here often, pretty much. I trust you, man. You're good. Add as moderator. We'll make you a standard mod. I don't really have any managing mods, but yeah. Anyway. So there you go. So, but yeah, let's, I'm kind of going off the cuff with this list. Like, I have the list, but I don't have much notes in preparation to, like, justify the list. It's up for debate. I'm not here. This is my personal opinion. I definitely agree that some of the, I think, how do I want to put this? Is, let's go ahead and turn that music off, shall we? Yeah, give it up. Anyway, turn that music off a little bit there. The top 10 rivalries in college football. I think it's a good list. I think you can put them in any order, but can we at least come to agreement that these are top 10 rivalries here? I mean, that's the topic of conversation at hand today is top 10 rivalries in college football here today, not in history, not I'm talking about when you think of either rivalry weekend or a mid-season or early season rivalry game, you you think of it. You think of these games. I guess we will let's go from the bottom to the top. Number 10 on the list. And I'm going to clip this and put it up on the channel. But number 10 on my list, I got the Egg Bowl. I think it's a big rivalry game. I think it's huge in the SEC. The Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. This is this is a big rivalry. It goes back and forth. It it seems to be in favor of former Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels, but you know it really hasn't been that long since Mississippi State won the game. I think the last time they won it the game where um, I think that Ole Miss had missed the field goal, which a lot of people considered instant karma because what had happened. I think they had scored a touchdown, but there was a celebration in the end zone that he basically did a dog piss move. Is basically what he did. Lifted up his leg and everything. Anyways, I think that was karma. Ole Miss has actually won 3 straight. When you look at it, so they've won the last 3. They did end up playing in the COVID year, by the way, but the last 3, um, Mississippi State has been outscored and they've lost. Big time. Big time. I'm talking, let me do this math real quick. 38, 27 plus 17. Let me do this math. I'm curious how bad it's been for Mississippi State. 81 points for Ole Miss in the last 3 meetings of the Egg Bowl. To 40? 81 to 40. Ole Miss has outscored Mississippi State the last 3 times in the Egg Bowl. Last year was in Starkville, by the way, on Black Friday. And it's usually on Thanksgiving, but I don't know why they moved it. Probably to not compete so much with the NFL. I don't know. I hate that it's off of Thanksgiving because it was like our only hope. But anyway, I got them at number 10. Ole Miss leads the series 67, 46, and 6. I could see that in the SEC being one of the top rivalries. I could also see it being higher on the list. It's just kind of how it's just kind of how it laid out when I made this list. Up next, actually one of the more underrated. I might swap this one with the Egg Bowl. Put this one at 10. Move Egg Bowl up to 9 or 8. I think they call it the Holy War. Is BYU and Utah. BYU and Utah. And what I like about this is now BYU and Utah are both in the Big 12. I don't know if they've ever actually been a part of the same conference, really ever. But obviously Brigham Young is, in Utah. I'm trying to remember, what's the name of that? Where's BYU at? Why am I drawing Provo, and Utah's in Utah. I don't know. Anyway, so BYU's won the last 3. Now, that does not mean the last 3 years. It's the last 3 of the series. Had they been playing it every other year, Utah might have a streak or 2, right? The longest win streak in the series for either team. Utah's done it twice with 9, and BYU had 9. From 1979 to 1987, Utah went 9 straight from 2010 to 2019. I guess because of COVID, they did not play in 2020. But other than that, they've always played. So I apologize for not catching on to that. I've watched the last couple seasons, and BYU's looked really, really good, taking Utah to the wire. Um, in both the last 2 games. Um, so it's pretty cool. But I think with that game being in the Big 12 now, being this year, probably sometime in September, October, I don't know when. You ask yourself, uh, is BYU the better program in the state of Utah? You got a new head coach now at Utah, and I'm drawing a blank because I'm going to be. I haven't really researched Utah too much, but it's not Kyle Whittingham's show. They don't have the uh the same coach, the same quarterback, everything. Kyle Whittingham is now at Michigan, right? So, but what's his name, Sataki at BYU? He's doing a fantastic job. He might just run with this rivalry. Is that too much to say? I mean, he's won the last 3. Not that it was consecutive years, but 3 consecutive games in the series. BYU has not. When they won in 2021, they had not won one since 09 in the series. They also they haven't won 3 or more straight since 1989 to 1992, which was 4 games straight. Pretty much all blowout. One of those was actually in 1989, which started that 4-game streak. It was 70-31. I gotta look that game up. 1989, 70-31, BYU and Utah. I gotta look that up. That was in Provo. Anyway, so that's on the list. FSU and Miami. I only put this one at 8. I think it's really, really big in the ACC. But look, if things keep going the way they're going for FSU and Miami, Miami's on the way up, and they look really, really good. What the hell is wrong with Florida State, man? I know they beat us last year, us being Alabama, but you got to think about it, man. It's like, what are we doing? You're talking about Florida State, historically good. Historically good. But, I mean, there's only so much you can say about Florida State now. You can say a lot about Miami. I was going back watching highlights today of Indiana, Miami, and the Natty. Don't forget, it came down to a pick that sealed it for Indiana in that game. They were already up by double digits and all, but Miami was still playing good in that final, 3-4 minutes of the game. Had a drive going. Like, they were in it. And a lot of people, I think, would expect them to be back in it this year, too. Miami. So, I could be wrong on that. I don't know how the media necessarily feels on them other than they're one of the favorites for the ACC. I got FSU, Miami there. Florida, Georgia at number 7. It probably should be higher, but only because of Georgia's dominance in the SEC, I had to put it at 7. It's top 10, but I don't think it's quite top 5. Hold on one second, guys. I'm in here doing a show. I'm good. Damn it. Wife calling for me. Florida, Georgia at number 7. Notre Dame, USC is pretty big. 2 powerhouse blue bloods. Go at it. Most times, not every year we see it nowadays, but every couple years. Well, no, yeah, we do. What the hell am I talking about? They've been playing on Thanksgiving the last few seasons, I think. I forget who's winning that. I think Notre Dame's a better program than USC is. But y'all help me out here. Like, how is that not? I don't know if I put it top 5 today, but I would put it top 10. Let's get into the top 5 before I lose my mind. Um, and no disrespect to any of these, by the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know I got the game at number 1. I got number 2 the Iron Bowl. I got 3 Red River, especially considering since the move of the SEC. I would not be shocked if, like we saw a few years back in the Big 12, if you see a SEC championship rematch between Venables and Sarkisian, do not be surprised if that happens because I think they're both tremendous coaches, great defense on both teams, great offense all the way around. Just powerhouses, at least today. And historically, too, I mean, these are blue bloods going at it. But the Red River game, I got them at 3. By the way, Army Navy at 4. Lone Star Showdown between A&M and Texas. We still got to see a lot of that game, a lot more of that. But I put it back in there because I know a lot of people loved it before A&M came to the SEC. A lot of people were high on it. There's a lot of great history. Um, when A&M before the split of the Big 12 and stuff. Army Navy. Look, I know we respect the troops and everything here, but I wish I could put it number 1. But I know if I did, you'd say, "Well, you're just doing that because you want to show love for the troop." Which what's wrong with that? I mean, you got to show some love here or there. You got to show love and respect to those who serve all the time. But as far as the rivalry itself, I put it top 5. I got Red River at 3. I got the Iron Bowl. Alabama's up, what, 51 to 38 to 1. And then I got Iron Bowl at 2. I just cannot, at this moment, bring myself to put it number 1. It's number 1 in my heart, but y'all don't want to hear it about how yes, I feel about this list. This is my opinion. But at the same time, we all know that the game, Michigan and Ohio State, is number 1 in the book. And that's fair. There's no other way to put that. That is the greatest rivalry today. Michigan had won 4 straight, and Ohio State just finally won 1. They were 2 of the last 3 national champions. The Big Ten's running college football right now. There's always a fight in every game every year between these two teams. How is it not the top rivalry right now? Now, I could say Iron Bowl and the game are 1A, 1B, but I didn't want to do that on this list tonight. I wanted to give it to you straight for 1 and 2 and the rest of the list. So that's my top 10 rivalries in this. I know I didn't break down every single option or opinion or anything like that. I didn't break it down completely like I probably should have, and I apologize. We're getting better about that stuff, but I hope we can come to some agreements about this list. If there's anything you would change, politely and calmly let me know in the comments section. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to respond, and maybe we could work something out and maybe revisit this another time. All right. I did drop the StreamYard link if anyone wants to join the show. If we don't get calls, this might be it for the show tonight. I don't know. But yeah. I got a lot of great stuff ahead of me. I got some stuff I'm looking forward to career wise that's coming up. Just stay tuned. We'll get it going, and I got some stuff to share with you later on. It's not quite time to share it, but maybe the week of something coming up. Um, I will share what's going on. So, but yeah, episode 69 is here for the Christian Ballard Show. Um, like and subscribe. So, again, if we don't get really any callers, I got stuff to talk about, kind of. I mean, I was hoping we get some callers on tonight about this list. Again, look, there's some rivalries I left off. There, like, if I did top 25 rivalries, you're getting into like Colorado, Colorado State. Um, you're getting into maybe the Bedlam series that they took away from us when the SEC added Texas and Oklahoma. I mean, you're talking Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, North Dakota, South Dakota, whoever. I don't know, but I mean, that's the FCS talking, but I mean, it's still good. I mean, rivalries are rivalry games. UNC, NC State, Clemson, South Carolina. Here's the thing: if you had asked me to do this list like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would have had Clemson, South Carolina on here. Quite frankly, I don't know if they are nationally looked at anymore. Like, okay, we talk about Clemson. And then you have SEC guys that talk about South Carolina, Lenore Sellers this year. What's Shane Beamer going to do? I don't think it's a Clemson issue. I think it's a South Carolina thing that nationally and like throughout America, unless you cover deeply the SEC, do you really talk about the Gamecocks that much? And again, shout out to Carolina Jackpot. I love you, brother. Appreciate you. You do great content if you're watching this. No disrespect. No hate. I wish they covered the Gamecocks more on College Game Day and stuff. I wish they would talk about them on podcasts and everything outside of South Carolina people. But what happened, bro? They used to be talked about all the time when I was growing up as a kid. We're talking 15, almost 20 years ago. Like back in like 2010, the year with oh shoot, who was it? Steven Garcia? He beat Alabama. They were talked about, bro. They made the SEC title that year. They lost to Auburn, who won the whole thing and went undefeated with Cam Newton. That was the stuff for South Carolina, man. 2011, 2012, 2013, they had their shot. They had their chances. Ever since like 2017, though, it's kind of taken a turn. It's been since since before Will Muschamp, have they been relevant? No, they haven't. I'm not saying it's Shane Bieber's fault. I'm not even saying it's, the university. I'm not saying I don't know what it is, other than, I mean, yeah, they either are going to make a bowl or miss a bowl. They could go 8-4 at most. I mean, they had the 1 year 9-3. They were talks to getting into the college football playoff. But like, it's just crazy how a team like South Carolina has fallen. Not fallen off completely. I'm not gonna put them in the dirt, but they've just fallen. Like as a program, they, I don't know, man. They just need some help. I wish I could give them help, but I can't. I'm just an analyst. So, I don't know. So, anyway, we are 30 minutes, nearly 30 minutes into the show. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Love and appreciate you guys. We'll keep it going to the 45-minute mark unless we get calls. If we get calls, we'll keep it going however long we need to. Maybe we go a whole hour tonight. I'd love to. I would absolutely love to. I was just hoping we get calls tonight. Talk up these top 10 rivalries on this list. Tell me why I'm wrong. Which I get it. Don't worry. South Carolina. What? They've beaten Clemson, what, 2 of the last 5? Something? I don't know. Let me look that up. I mean, it's turned a corner, but like even when Clemson was winning natties, like it wasn't a big deal unless South Carolina won and they didn't. Clemson leads at 74, 44, and 4. And South Carolina won the last one 7 to. Oh wait, I'm looking at 1964. What the hell? What the hell's wrong with me? It was in Columbia, 28-14. Clemson won. Now, South Carolina did win in 24 and 22. Before that, they had not won since what, 2013? I'm looking at. So maybe I was a little bit off. I knew Clemson had a good streak going of like 8 or 9 games, but yeah, 2013, South Carolina. Was that? How did. Okay, hold up. South Carolina beat. South Carolina had an opportunity. What happened in 2013 other than the kick six? Because I remember in that game, specifically in the Iron Bowl that year, they had mentioned the winner of the game would win the West and go to Atlanta, right? And then it was to play either Missouri or South Carolina. But South Carolina won on rivalry weekend. I guess Missouri did too, whoever they were playing. Like Arkansas. Um, I don't know. Maybe they were just better, but yeah. Let me see that 2013. Clemson versus South Carolina. Let me see something. And again, y'all help me out with some stuff tonight in the comments. I miss talking with y'all so much.
Receiving Watkins and Green here on the return for the Tigers. TJ Green blocked shy of the 30-yard line, and that's down to the game. So critical. And you get the ball out of your hand and move the ball. Looking for a double pass. Watkins has a man. Intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Wilson.
Yeah. All I remember it was 2013. I was so focused that rivalry weekend on that Iron Bowl. That's all I wanted to watch. So I don't even remember like the other rivalry games that year on Thanksgiving weekend. I just know who played. I don't remember the outcomes.
A quick three-step drop and a 10th play of the drop. Davis gets the call. And brought down to the 2-yard line for nearly this entire first quarter. Second and goal. Shaw going to take off. Got the pylon. Touchdown.
That was Connor Shaw. He was the quarterback after that, Steve Garcia, I think.
He could be a difference maker and has been. 17 plays, and it's 7-0. Their longest drive this open time and time again in his progression.
Is that Taj Boyd?
Boyd has a man. Got him at the
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I know he was a freshman around 2009. He came back for his senior year, I think.
And Watkins out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Gave you his mark in this game.
We need some music up in this joint.
Great decision on the big play, the catch and run for 59 yards by Sammy Watkins.
By the way, Dabo was the coach. He got hired the year Nick Saban won his first Bama title, I think, in 09, 010. Yeah, I think Carolina killed Clemson this night. Let me see. There's Spurrier. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Good times, I guess. That was the last time they beat Clemson before 2021, I think, or 22, whenever it was. It had been almost a decade when they beat them a few years ago. Because Clemson, after like 2014, remember it was Clemson, Alabama going back and forth in titles. I think Clemson was undefeated in 2015. I think they lost to Louisville 2016 to Lamar Jackson, who won the Heisman. They won the title that year 14-1 over us. 2017, I don't know what happened to them other than they rebuilt, but and they went to 2018, they blew us out. Us being Alabama. They went 15-0. They almost had that chance that one year in Arizona, but that was the Jake Coker, Derrick Henry Alabama team that won it all. Anyway, still no score in this Pirates and Brewers game. Bottom of the fourth, two on, I'm sorry, first and third. That's down the middle. Nice slider, just outside. This guy's really good. Christian Yelich for Milwaukee. He's 0 of 1 tonight at the plate, but I feel like I'm hearing his name a lot nowadays in baseball. He's doing really well. So, what's up, Real Young Citrus? How you doing, buddy? 2019, my beloved team, the greatest team of all time, might I add, beat the hell out of Clemson Blues Clues. Oh, you must be LSU then. You talk about for that title? Yeah, they slapped the crap. Okay, so 17 points. I think a blowout is 17 points or more. So technically a blowout there, right? In my opinion, I think if you anything more than like 2 possessions is considered a blowout for me. So I guess more than like 14 or 15, depending on if you count like 2 point tries in your book. But anything more than that is like a blowout. Yeah, they beat the brakes off Clemson that night. Yeah, real young citrus LSU fan. Yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you. But yeah, we got to do something big for our next episode of the show. I'm gonna try. Maybe we'll do like a Friday night this week. I don't know yet. Don't hold me to it. But the next episode is episode 70. We're definitely gonna do something big for like 100. Obviously, that's the big number we want to get to sometime this year or next, early next year. He says he's skeptical but pumped under Kiffin. I get that. I felt the same way about DeBoer. Like, I know it's look, man. I'm not trying to compare apples to oranges here, but like I know we had to replace the greatest of all time with Nick Saban. I was still pretty pumped up when Kalen DeBoer came up because I'm like, this is the guy that just made a national title for Washington. He didn't win it, but he got beat. But he still led his team to the playoff. He beat Texas, who I thought was going to play Michigan that year, or maybe you get an Alabama Texas rematch, whatever it is. Kalen DeBoer came in. Everybody's pumped up and excited. They still love him now. They're excited for this season, right? But you know, you had your questions like, okay, where the hell is this guy from? Well, he's from South Dakota. He comes all the way from the West Coast. He brings that over to the Southeast, to Titletown, Tuscaloosa, USA, by the way. And I'm like, okay, show us what you got, dude. 9-3 regular season the first year. They wanted him gone. I said you can't do that. 10-2 last year. Oh no, can't lose 2 games. Can't do. There's so many of you Alabama fans out there that are not me that just get under my skin, get on my nerves. I can't, bro. I can't handle it anymore. I gotta call Alabama fans out, man. We just got gifted from God the greatest college football coach in history. And you're giving this guy one chance to win a natty, and if he doesn't, he's off the first thing smoking out of Tuscaloosa. I get there's a set standard, but give me a break, bro. Give him 5 years at minimum, 7 at max. I don't know. That's what I would say. Real Young Citrus says, he says, I don't hate Saban. He put us on the map. Terrible years after that. 1958, Paul Deitzel title. Okay. Sharpton in here, Robert Sharpton. This is a pretty good list you did. I'm glad you love it, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you, buddy. I hope it was good. I hope it was good. I'm going to try to get out of here by 9 o'clock. I don't want to be on too late. I got work tomorrow, but yeah. I got so many shorts to clip tonight. This is going to be fun. I can't wait. We are going to blow up, baby. 3-0 Milwaukee, bottom of the 4th over the Pirates. Paul Skeens is the pitcher for the Pirates. He's not too bad a pitcher. Before your time, but yeah, LSU was awful too, and Saban got there. Yes, yes. LSU was pretty bad. They got handed some good coaches. Obviously, Saban's first run there at his first natty. You get Les Miles. Did you have who did they have between? I don't think they had anybody between him and Ogeron. They had 3 coaches with a natty straight at LSU. Brian Kelly missed out. Lane Kiffin, what do you do? That's what I want to know. Sharpton says, someone told me that the Indiana coach is better than Nick Saban right now. Well, he came from Nick Saban's coaching tree. If he believes that, he believes that water is dry and that air is always wet or something. I don't know. He was dead serious about it? Yeah. Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, buddy. Kurt Cignetti's a hell of a coach, but he's not Nick Saban. He's a hell of a coach, though. I'll give him props. He is not Nick Saban whatsoever, buddy. I promise you. Promise you. Try not to stay up too late tonight, guys. What was I fixing to check? Oh, time into the countdown app. 23 days until college football. I'm getting married in 65 days. That'll be fun. We're doing a little beach ceremony. We're doing a small wedding at my church. Like just us and our parents. And then we'll do like a big celebration thing going to Fort DeSoto Park. Excuse me, for a beach celebration. I gotta get a new charger, man. This is like, oh. Who is your dark horse team this year? I'd have to say Auburn. Auburn could be dangerous. Dark horse for what, though? Like to improve for the SEC? What are we discussing here? I need you to be more specific. I think, I think Auburn could be good with Alex Golish going forward. I wouldn't bet on them to make it to Atlanta or win an SEC title or even make the play. I don't trust them to make the playoffs. Personally, I'm not that high on Auburn. I like them 7-5, 8-4 at most. Because I do like Byron Brown at quarterback. I like Golish as a coach. Dark horse for the CFP though. Oh God. Can I get an idea from a helmet? Sorry about that. I don't know. LSU? Could Lane Kiffin do it? I mean, he did it for Ole Miss, and then he left for LSU. Pete Golding had to coach. I feel like Ole Miss is a team that is getting attention, but I feel like they're questioning Pete Golding as a full first year head coach. I would say watch out. I thought he did a hell of a job in the playoffs. He just ran into a brick wall called Miami. You know, to be fair. Southern Cal, maybe. Yeah, Southern Cal. They're always an easy pick, though. They just always disappoint. The year you pick them to do anything, they're not going to do it. What about Michigan? Kyle Whittingham. Team that went, what, 9-3, 9-4 last year or something? There's them. You could have SMU. What about SEC dark horses like Missouri? I don't know. What about Louisville in the ACC? What about Washington in the Big Ten? You know, uh, Who should be the number one favorite? The coaches poll came out this week. Ohio State's number one. Should they be the number one favorite? You think? I feel like they should. I think Ohio State and Texas are probably going to be two of the most complete teams of this season. That Oregon and Georgia, you know. So be sure to hit that thumbs up, man. I know we got some people watching in here, about 3 or 4. Um, just make sure y'all leave us some love for the channel, man. Love and appreciate you guys, and I don't do it for fame or for I just do it because I love college football and stuff. But you know, you still want to do good with YouTube. Why do baseball players swing so low at pitches like that, dude? I get it's a curveball, and once you start your swing, you can't stop it until you complete it. But now this Kyle Harrison is doing pretty good. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Milwaukee. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know if Texas. I don't think they should be the odds-on Natty favorite. I don't even know if they'll make a Natty. I like them the first month or two of the season. Do they? I think they avoid Georgia this time on their schedule. I think they get Florida or whoever. Obviously, Oklahoma's in there. I know they don't get Alabama. I don't know, man. I just think they got the pieces for it, but I'm not going to pick them to win it all until I see them do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not because, and like you say, they've fallen short time and time again under Arch. You know, people like to sit there and say history shows this, history shows. And again, I'm not here to say screw history, but sometimes you got to put that aside and be like, what are they doing today? What is Texas doing today as a program? They're doing great, man. They just had some falling off years, right? Made the CFP, made the CFP, missed the CFP last year. And now this year with Arch, they say it's a new day and age for him. He could get his interceptions under control. He could be poised in the pocket. The defense is going to return. It's going to be 2 times better. Double production what it was last year. I don't know. But I just think that, like, for Texas, like, I can't help but pick them as a preseason favorite to, like, at least make an SEC title, make a run, possibly win the conference. Long Wednesday for me, so I apologize. Anyway, so there's that. I mean, just straight up for Texas, it's like, like, how much longer are you going to pick them? Not to mention multiple one-score games last year against weak opponents. That's true. Didn't they play like UTSA or whoever in state? What the hell did they have last year, man? Let me see. They got Texas State in the opener. I mean, they should win that game 50-0. You know what I'm saying? I'll give them the loss to Ohio State last year. It was Ohio State. But like Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vandy, 37 points to Arkansas. Those are like games, man, that just it doesn't make sense for Texas. It does not make sense. You know, 37 points to Arkansas defensively, 45-38 to Mississippi State. Should have never happened, but it did. You know. There's no excuse for giving up 37 points to Arkansas with that defense. That's how I felt about like 2019 Bama. Like, remember how good, or was it 2018? The year we lost to Clemson in the Natty by 28 points. There was a game against Arkansas. We gave up 38 points that year. Arkansas ended up like 3-9 that season, which seems to be the norm every year. But we'll see what they look like. They got a new coach from Memphis, Ryan Silverfield. No, I'm actually I'm pretty high on. I just Arkansas is just that team that I mean, is there ever going to be someone that can actually fix them? Sam Pittman couldn't do it. He came over from Georgia. Um, who the hell else have they had? Bobby Petrino, who was the previous couple? Bro, I can't think. Anyway, someone's got to fix Arkansas, man, big time, big time. They got to fix Arkansas. But yeah, okay. Well, I've been on almost an hour. I do love you guys. I got to get out of here though. I got stuff to take care of. I got to get to bed. I got work and everything, but but I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. I hope to be on here more often too, by the way. Just gotta find the energy, motivation. I felt motivated tonight for sure. But I love y'all. God bless. And we'll see you next time here on BSM and the Christian Ballard Show. Christian Ballard, sports journalist, signing off. Love y'all. God bless. Peace.